Greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. Coming to you from one of my favorite hangouts, Nora. I wanted to talk to you all about an artist that I don't even know if he still performs anymore, to be honest with you. His name is John Riley, Jon, and then Riley, Riley. What genre would he even be? Well, definitely independent. I don't know, would you call it coffee shop type thing? Would it be that type of genre? College radio. Anyway, he recorded at least one album, if not two albums, on a label called CD Baby. CD Baby, for all intents and purposes, was almost tantamount to like a kind of like a self-publishing front almost. If you were on CD Baby, you were likely not a very big artist. But at any rate, there was a few things I liked on CD Baby, but certainly John Riley was one of them. I think he was out of Northern California. It seems like the last time I saw anything from him, when was it? 16, 17 years ago? But at any rate, thinking of two albums. First album I can think of is Dusk on Highway 37, which kind of runs in that Northern California area. And the other one is What Kind of Animal Are You? So, how did I even find out about this guy? I found out about him 18 years ago, going on 19 years ago, I suppose. While working on my doctorate degree at Texas Tech University, I became enamored by the college radio station that they had there, KTXT. And at whatever reason, indie music appealed to me greatly. I guess the song that I remember him saying, and this was off of the first album, Dusk of Highway 37, was The Fisherman and His Soul, which was obviously an Oscar Wilde story. Thought it was interesting, his take on it. And I was like, man, I got to find out more about this guy. Now, he also has an interesting voice. And the voice could be an acquired taste, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's raspy or... we're not talking about a crooner here, okay? We're not talking about a smooth-voiced individual. But I thought the songwriting was very good. And the voice worked in some places, and in other places it worked just not as well as in some places, but I still thought it was excellent. Seemed like many of the songs on that first album almost had like a Wild West, an Old West feel. One of the songs on the Ballad of Sonny Lee, talking about the plight of a Chinese American back in the days of the old gold rush, back in the mid 19th century. A lot of it sounded, even when it probably wasn't about the Old West, a lot of those songs had a very Old West feel to them, and it seems like his voice went to that. But I thought that the music was pretty good. There was some electric, but most of it was acoustic. He used harmonica, and then your standard stuff, right? Drum kit slash bass. But at any rate, I thought the songs were wonderful. Back in Boxcars um, was was a beautiful song. Um, Thinking, what is the name of that song? Just Sitting Here Loving You. Once again, I'm guessing this song wasn't meant to have an Old West feel to it, but it sounded very much like a Western. Western song, given the way that it was written out. Now, I don't know how old this man is. This man could very well be younger than I am. But I think it was just some of the most, I mean, it was a bargain, I thought. I thought that the song was loaded with the album, the first album was loaded with, I thought, were pretty good songs, and and maybe no wonder at least one of them made it on a college radio station. I got to tell you also, maybe this is the case with many college radio stations, but it was tough finding that album because the college radio station, KTXT, which I thought was a wonderful radio station, for whatever reason, but just had trouble telling you, what the song was. So maybe they would say something about it, but you just got on the radio station, and you just tuned into it, and they don't repeat what the song was, and so I had to bend over backwards researching and finding it, because I'd call them sometimes. And and oftentimes it was as if either I couldn't speak English, or they didn't understand it, one of the two. But at any rate, I had to work pretty hard to find that thing, but I was so glad I did. Now, there was a second album, What Kind of Animal Are You? And I do have to tell you that I wasn't nearly as impressed with that second album as I was the first album. I think I heard it once, and I'm still trying to figure out where it is. I may buy it again and listen to it, because I've had cases where I've heard something the first time, and I just didn't like it, and then the second time I absolutely love it. So maybe that was the case, but it just seemed to me that first album was clearly the better of the two albums. Now, I also know there's another album, I can't even remember what the name of it was, and it seemed to be on Bandcamp, and it seemed to be the same John Riley, so I'll see if I can find that one. But I gotta tell you, Dusk and Highway 37, I thought was a wonderful album. I still have it, and sometimes I still wind up blasting it. So, anyway, folks, if there was anybody listening to this, hey, I appreciate it. Anyway, take care, and goodbye.